Right, so I've got these little pieces of lace pinned on, and I'm just using the same shiny greyish thread, and I'm just going to try and stitch these down somehow. Not quite sure. Oops. It's always fun when you're just about to set off and then the needle decides it's going to shred the thread. So the thread was shredded and snapped and whatever. So there we go. Now then that doesn't sound right, and I don't think I've got it threaded up right either. Okay. Okay. Get that thread out of the way. Just trying to get this stitch roughly in place. I'll do the same with this bit here. There we go, nice and done. Oops. Look at that, it's got a pin with it. Right, okay. Just get that in place. Oh, I think that's the one. Let's just move this back a little bit. We're a bit too close in on here. Okay, so I'm just choosing the thread for the next stage, and I've just simply got a white shiny, I think it's rayon, oh no, it's viscose, this thread, and I'm just going to put that in my top spool now and use that. Okay, so okay, we'll try the other one now. I'm not sure I like the way I've done that really, but I'm just experimenting. I'll do the same. Just whether I should use a grey. I think I should use a grey for this one actually. Okay, so I'm trying a different coloured thread for this grey one. I'm using a sort of a bluey lilac-y colour. So it's very much experimenting to see what works well, and this is the whole point of doing a sample, is you get to play around and it doesn't really matter, and you can see and feel and work out what exactly you might do on your bigger piece. Okay, so I'm experimenting with my other sample now, and what I've put in my top thread is one of these slightly thicker threads. I'm not quite sure if it has a size on here. I just know it's polyester. This one's a Gutterman, but I've got other ones. I've got some coats, and I've got some Wonderfill. I've got various ones of these. I don't use these very often, but they are a much thicker thread. So I'm just going to do my simple grassy shapes going up here using this thread. So I'll show you that when I've finished, because it's not very exciting to watch, I don't think. Is it? Perhaps you'll tell me. Is that exciting to watch? No, probably not. I think I need to get out more. Actually, no, I think it's nearly lunchtime. I think that's what it is. I'm getting a bit giddy because it's time for lunch. Okay, so I'm just going to make a bit of space here because it's all got a bit of a pickle, and I'm going to show you my sample. So I'm going to show you sample 1 is this one, okay, and I don't know if you can see it very well. It's obviously very subtle. What I've done is I've done different layers of fabric underneath. So this one's got the lilac jumper, and that's a piece of lilac jumper. That's got a piece of grey shiny fabric underneath a piece of white lace. That's got the white lace on top and the grey lace that I showed you before. So it's all very subtle, and I like some bits and I don't like some bits, but the whole process has helped me explore in a simple way, you know, where I want this to go in my bigger piece. So down here I've got different stalks going on. For example, that's just the plain fabric cut that I showed you a strip of. I just cut a strip of that, stitch that down. That's got a narrow zigzag down going down it, and this one's got a wider zigzag down it. This is just zigzag stitch, that stalk there and that dark stalk there, because I suddenly thought, well, actually I could be doing dark and light. It doesn't have to be just one colour. So there could be, you know, when you're looking through a group of seed heads, you do get different shades going on. So I think there's lots to play with here. It's given me lots of ideas. It's taken me on I hate to say the word journey. I think there must be another word. I've been through the process of exploring. That's a better way of saying it, I think. And I'm quite pleased with that. Again, I think if you put it's quite crowded in there, but that's because I've done it on a small sample. So if I was spreading this out on a bigger scale, then it would be different again. But it's enabled me to explore, as I say, just, you know, trying things with fabric and without fabric. And that's been very valuable indeed. So I'll put that over there for a moment, and I'll show you this one, which is completely different, very simple. I've just shown you my stitching it, and I really like that. I actually prefer it to that one. I think that's got potential for something else. It's a bit crowded for me, obviously, as I say, and I would like to spread it out a bit more if I'm doing it on a bigger piece. So that would be okay, it'll be fine. It's obviously just got bits I don't like, and that's fine. This I really like because it's so simple. It's done what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to have this effect of frosty grass, so that it's just going to look really, really simple, because what I'm going to be making in actual fact is I'm going to be making a cylinder. I want it to have a circular form to represent the seasons as they go around, but this is just going to be this sort of frosty wintry one, and I really like, so the genius idea of cutting it down like that was just perfect, because it's let me see how that will perform when I actually do it as a cylinder. So there's loads more work to be done. I've got to then start again with my cylinder and play around with the fabrics for that as well, because every time you start something, I don't care how many times you sample it, it's going to be different, because I'll be in a different mood next time I do it, or I'll have had different things going on, and you know, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I'm sure you understand. But I'm very pleased with those. I think it's quite funny how they're both completely different, and in fact, I think possibly, I might not even use the fabrics. I might just do, simple ones like that, like my drawing. You see, so beautiful to explore. I'm very pleased with the results. You'll have to let me know whether you have a preference, whether you prefer the one with the grasses or the one with the seed heads, whether you like the seed heads with just the open sort of design there like that, or whether you think it works better with some lace. As I say, they're not brilliant examples and the colours are not fantastic on here. I was just sort of doing the best I could. So do let me know, because I love to hear your voice talking to me and telling me what you think, because this is it's a sharing place. This, I share with you what I'm doing, and you can tell me what you're doing perhaps, or what you think about it. So that's enough for today. It's definitely lunchtime now. I've done a lot of work this morning, and I'm just chuffed with the results. I feel like I'm working in a very different way at the moment, very different, and I'm really appreciating it. So that's enough for now. I hope you'll have a very creative and peaceful week, and I will see you very soon in my studio for what's next.